Hi guys, it's me again, and in this video I'm going to be introducing a concept to you, the concept of Arduino programming. I've been in this community for over 6 years now, and I feel the burden to pass on the knowledge to people like you watching this video in a way that is simple and is easy to understand. So what is Arduino? Arduino is an open source project or community which deals with software and hardware. And Arduino was originally a project by students at the Design Institute. Yes, at the Interaction Design Institute in Italy, aiming at target to provide a microcontroller, or say a low-cost and easy way for novice and professionals to create devices, interact with their environment using sensors and actuators. In those days, before you could afford a microcontroller, he or she will have to spend, let's say, $50. So the project was aimed at, let's say, producing the software cooperated with the hardware. Is that okay? That will be easily accessible to even newbies, people that are not even into the profession. And that's what the sources of Arduino ended up creating. And they have left it an open source project because anybody can key into it, modify it. Like today, I can get the component and then create my own Arduino board in my own room. Over the years, people have joined the community, and the community is getting large and large and large. But one thing still remains. No matter the modification you make, the Arduino suffix must be attached to it. Now, what language is used to program Arduino? The Arduino hardware is programmed using C or C++ language structure. The program is written in an IDE and then compiled and saved into a file. The code is then uploaded to the microcontroller. What are the types of Arduino hardware? We have many types of Arduino hardware, and they are still producing them as the year goes by. So we have the common one, which is the Arduino Uno. We have the Arduino Nano. We have Arduino Mega. We have the Arduino Duo. We have the Arduino Micro. We have the Arduino Pro Micro. We have the Arduino Pro. We have the Arduino LilyPad. We have Arduino Leonardo. We have Arduino Explorer. We have Arduino Yun. We have Arduino Ethernet, and then a lot of them. As you can see, the name Arduino is still maintained. So you can produce your own or manufacture your own variation of Arduino today and call it whatever name. But as far as the Arduino name is still kept. So the type of Arduino goes for depend on the nature of the work at hand, as the project you want to do, and what you can afford, because they come with different variations and then different functionalities, but they still based on the same structure. So it's possible that okay, the project you are doing, you need a number of pins that may not be available if you are using Uno, or you are using the Pro, or you are using the Micro. So you go for Mega or Arduino Duo, or you go for a LilyPad, or you go for the Explorer. So it all depends on the project or the work you have at hand. So why Arduino? One thing people look at is why can't I venture into Raspberry Pi or other microcontrollers out there? Arduino is inexpensive. With as low as $10, some of the companies you can get them. You can get your own at Mega Chip, get the crystal, get some discrete component, and then manufacture your own standalone Arduino. With as low as $10, $20, $5, you can assemble these things. So it is what? Inexpensive compared to other projects out there. Another advantage why you should go for Arduino is because it is cross-platform. The IDE runs on Windows, Macintosh OS X, and Linux operating system. While most of these projects are streamlined to a certain OS, either Windows or Linux only. But Arduino is cross-platform. It is simple, and the programming environment is what? Easy to learn. There is not much complexity in programming Arduino. If you open the software, the IDE, it is straightforward. You don't need to be a programmer before, or you have to have a PhD in computer science or data processing or anything before you can be able to understand the IDE or the software. It is open source and an extensible software. So people day to day, people are working on it, creating libraries to make your work easy. If you go online today, there are free software and these libraries you can download for whichever project you are doing. You can get them. And then it is what? Open source and extensible hardware. Like I said before, you can get your own component and couple your own Arduino and then make it available online, make it available for purchase or for other people to duplicate the same design. It's okay. Not like when you manufacture, you say Eureka, then you start tagging it with higher price. Go online, people play around with those things, with those components, with those modules, and then they release it and make it open source. You can print out the PCB, couple it in your home, whichever part of the nation you are, you can do it. So, requirement for someone to study Arduino programming. 1. None or little knowledge of any programming language. You don't need to be a programmer, or let's say pro in C++ or C or Python or any programming language before you can venture into Arduino. So it requires zero or little knowledge of any programming language. The second one, you need to have a computer. It's okay. You need to have a personal computer, PC. That is where you'll be able to have your IDE, that is the software, installed. That's how you'll be able to write the code, compile it, and upload it to the hardware you are using. You also need what? An Arduino board or an Arduino kit. Is that okay? So you can use the online platform, like you can use the Tinkercad. Yeah, Tinkercad. You can use the Tinkercad. But I'm going to shed more light on it using the Tinkercad, which means you simulate the Arduino, the circuit on the platform, and then you test your code on it. But preferably, it's good for you to have an Arduino kit or just an Arduino board. And the ones you can easily get around is the Uno, and then the Nano, or the Pro, or the Micro. Any of those ones, you can easily get them available on AliExpress, Amazon, eBay. You can easily get them. So another thing, you need internet connection for research, downloading of libraries. Is that okay? For you to even download the IDE, you need internet connection, and then that. And most importantly, you need what? The drive. What you need for learn Arduino is what? The drive. You need to be making research. You need to follow the examples. You need to make your own due diligence researches. And then if there's anything new, a library you need to download. So you need what? The drive to keep on. So after you finish watching this video, don't quit. That this thing is harder than I thought. Go and press the next video, watch it, and watch through all this module, and also advance to the intermediate class. That is the drive. I told you I've been in this community for 6 years. So what you need is the drive to keep on pressing and pressing until you become a pro. So in the next video, we'll be talking about the Arduino IDE Pro, where I will dissect the Arduino IDE and break down everything to you, and then from there we start programming. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a minute.